If you made a millionaire from trading Forex, what would you do with it? Now, that is one question I asked myself when I began trading the financial markets. And I would like to ask you the same question. If you made a million naira trading Forex, what would you do with it? I'm your host, Akinwale Chibuike, and welcome to another webinar series that we have for you. Good morning. Good morning, Ajus. Good morning, Oluwasegun. Good morning to everyone that joined me on this webinar. It's actually amazing seeing the numbers soaring high today. And yeah, there's a lot to learn, there's a lot to share on today's webinar. We're talking about scalping in 2021, okay? How scalping has evolved and how it's been done in 2021. The new methods and tactics people use when scalping, okay? But before we begin, like I said, I'm your host, Akinwale Chibuike, and I walk you through the financial markets. I hold you hand by hand and walk you through the process of the financial markets. And we have a lot of product for you. Article global markets. We have the MT4 platform, the, the cloud trade platform, and the copy trade platform. Okay, those are the three platforms that we have for you that will give you financial freedom. Okay, in the MT4 platform where you can trade the financial markets in dollars, and the cloud trade platform where you can trade the financial markets in naira, and the copy trading platform where you can actually copy consistently profitable traders and make money by replicating the trades. If it's even an automated process, you don't need to replicate it replicates itself with the right settings. It replicates itself, their trades on your platform or your account, and you make money. Good morning, Kelechi. How are you doing today? um those are the products that we offer you at Global Markets, and we have other products coming. We offer the best education that would actually help you skill up your trading process and get you up to speed with learning about the financial markets. That is why we are all here. Okay, so I'll run a quick poll um, before we begin. I'll run a quick poll. Um, okay, I just sent the poll right now. Um, okay, so please let's check the poll section. Um, let's check the poll section and let's respond to it. Um, like I always say, the chat section is for conversations. Don't ask your questions in the chat section. Ask your questions in the question section so I can get to see them easily and access them easily. Because in the chat section, there are a lot of conversations there, and your question might get mixed up. And going through 100 to 200 conversations to look for your question might be difficult. I send out polls time to time on the webinar. Let's do what to respond to it. I always say the polls are the only way you can pay me back for my time. Okay, the polls are the only way you can pay me back for my time, and let's do what to respond to it. A wonderful morning to you, Basi. A wonderful morning to you also. Okay, so let's talk about what we discussed the last time. Can anyone remind me what we discussed the last time? Um, Not the Thursday class, okay, the Tuesday class, because the Tuesday class are majorly basic classes. Okay, so what did we discuss last week Tuesday? Anyone at all? Anyone at all? What did we discuss last week Tuesday? What did we discuss last week Tuesday? Anyone at all? Okay. We talked about correlations in price. Okay, correlations. How correlations would help you become better as a trader. Okay, we talked about if AB is going up, then CB should go down. If AC is going up, uh, BD should go down. Just these are just basic. I'm trying to use letters to explain it. Okay, trying to use letters to explain it and understand the process. We're not talking about financial instruments yet. Okay, so if you are a beginner, okay, there are levels to being a beginner, but if you are very, very basic when it comes to the financial markets, please drop a I in the chat box, okay? A hi in the chat box, real quick. Let's do that real quick. If you know you have no knowledge at all, okay, very, very basic, like no knowledge at all, basic knowledge about the financial markets, just drop a I in the chat box, okay? A I in the chat box. Let's do that real quick. I promised you guys on the Telegram channel I won't be wasting anybody's time today because we have got a lot of things to do and we some of us are at work and we need to go back to the things we're doing. Okay, great. Okay, so a quick breakdown of what the financial market is. Okay, the financial market is a global decentralized market where you can buy and sell financial instruments. Okay, global financial decentralized market. Okay, it is global. Everybody in the world trades it. Okay, it has a process which your orders are being placed, which your buying and selling order are being placed, and it is open for 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Daniel, are we clear on that? Please let me know. Let me know if you're clear on that. So, like I said, it's a financial market that you buy and sell financial instruments, which is open for 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I'm glad. Now, there are a lot of things you can trade in the financial market. You can trade gold, which is commodities, forex currencies, currency pair, stocks, bonds, equities, and all. You can trade all of that. But the most common, or the way everybody puts it or calls it, is forex. I'm trading forex. I'm trading forex. But some people are actually trading, what's it called? They're actually trading bonds or stocks, and they still tends to call it forex. Well, that's on them, but they are different. There's a huge difference in all of that, and I would do well to attach a short PDF for the new guys in the Telegram group. Like it's a page or two, just summarizing the financial market and how to place your first trade. Okay, I'll be placing trades on this webinar too, so we've got nothing to worry about. We're placing trades on this webinar. I believe we all have a funded account, and we'll be scalping on the webinar. Okay, so to today's topic, scalping in 2021. Now, let's go and see the what we have in our content. Okay, so in this session, you learn what is scalping in trading, a scalping personality, how to get prepared, which is set up for scalping, preparing to scalp, a scalping trading system, when to scalp and when not to scalp. Now, I believe there are pros among us also because I'm going through the list of those that are available on the webinar, and I believe I can see a few pros among us. But please, I would like to give this disclaimer, which is what happened the last webinar. I would not like it to repeat itself again. Okay, if you know it, fine, you do know it, but let those new guys or let the new guys on the call let them catch up. Okay, let them catch up. So fine, you know it. You can give your own addition, but don't make it too complex. Okay, I don't want what happened on the last webinar to repeat itself again. Good morning, Linda. How you doing? Okay, so let's break it down the way I always do. The new guys, all the old guys. What do you think scalping in the financial market is to you? Okay, new and old guys. What do you think, or from the word scalping, then relate it to the financial market? What do you think it's to you? Okay, I'd like to get a lot of response. A lot, a lot. Good morning, Karachi. Good morning, Silas. What do you think scalping is? You might have heard the word somewhere, but what do you think scalping is? Without, if you've not even delved deep into it, but what do you think scalping is? I'd like to get a lot of response. Okay, a lot of response. A lot of response. A lot of response. I'd like to get a lot of response. I'd like to get. I can see a lot of people typing. We got one response. Okay. Okay. In simple terms, it means not going deep into the trade, but looking for profits from small moves. Brilliant. I so much love that, Karachi. I so much love that. Um, Kilichi says getting into the market to get quick profits from 50 pips. Okay, I like that. Scalping is entering the market, picking some pips profitable and close. I like the way we are all bringing the idea of scalping. It's very very simple and easy to understand. I so much love it. I so much love it. Okay. Um, I'm actually expecting more response, more response, more response. I'd like to get more response. Okay. Still waiting for more. But I love the way you all simplified scalping. Like it's brilliant. Okay, it's very, very brilliant. Okay, we've got one more. Okay, one more person typing. Like, don't be shy at all. I always say something on my webinars. You are always right because it's your perspective. Okay, you are always right because it's your perspective. You're never wrong. You're always right because, or you could you get corrected to understand the right process, but wrong because it's your perspective. Okay, I'm still waiting for more. I can see a lot of people typing. Like it's very, very easy. Very, very easy. Okay. I think that's all. Okay. Now, okay, no problems at all. No problems at all. Now, what is scalping? Um, in the investment or the forex or the financial market space, scalping is a form of day trading. Okay. No, not at all. I just not at all. I just okay. Scalping. I believe we all have a pen and paper because I always have my pen and paper here too. Okay, I always have my pen and paper here always, and I believe you have a pen and paper because I dish out max value always. Okay, so scalping is a form of day trading. Scalping is a form of day trading. Okay, scalping is a form of day trading. I believe we all understand that. Scalping is a form of day trading, which requires you to skim profits from the financial markets. Okay, scalping is a form of day trading, which requires you to skim profits from the financial market. To skim, the word SKIM, profits from the financial market. Now, I'll take it again. Scalping is a form of day trading which requires you to skim profits from the financial markets. Now, let me break it down in another word. Okay, exactly, short-term trade just to make quick profits. Okay, now scalping is a form of day trading. We understand what scalping is now. I mean, scalping is going in and out, real quick. Now, day trading is a form of trading where you have trades running not more than a day. Okay, not more than a day or two. Okay, not more than a day or two. That's day trading. Okay, not more than a day or two. Not more than a day or two. Now, it is within the realm of day trading. That is where scalping comes in. Okay, where you go into the market real quick, take profits, and leave. Okay, now scalping is a form of day trading which requires you to skim profits from the market. That means you are buying and selling, or buying or selling, not buying and selling, buying or selling financial instruments with the mindset of holding for a brief or short period of time and make series of quick profits. Do we understand that? Do we understand that? A yes will do. Okay, just drop a yes in the chat box if you understand what I said. Do we understand what I mean by scalping now? Like small profits, going in and out, taking small profits several times per day. Do we all understand? Brilliant. Now that we understand what scalping is, if you don't understand, I will break it down in our everyday lifestyle. Okay. Now, I believe we all watch the Olympics or we watch sports. We have a sprint and we have a marathon. Okay. A marathon are all these long races, right? And a sprint are all these short races. The sprint is scalping, okay, where you just run 100 meters and you're done with it. You run another 100 meters, you're done with it. But marathon, you need to go like a mile, then another mile. You know, a mile is much more longer than a meter. Now, that's the logic. A meter, you're running a 100 meter and you are out. While long-term trading, which is different from scalping, is the mile you're running. Do we understand now? Another idea is how would I put it? Another idea is a car. Okay, you know, we have supercars and we have regular cars. A supercar can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour or per second in a minute, but it will take a regular car more than a minute. So scalping is the supercar that takes a minute to make profits, to go an extreme fast level, while the regular car is the long type of trading. Do we understand clearly now? Yes or no? Yes or no? So scalping is like real quick, shift into a massive gear real quick, move a long distance real quick, while the other type of trading are the one that take quite a long period of time to pan out to make profits from. You understand now, right? Brilliant. Now, the major question I get, which is to the next thing, is a scalping personality. Now, the question is, does scalping fit you? Does it fit you? This question is generally asked because everybody sees scalpers making a lot of money. But the major question is, can you withstand the same pressure of seeing your trade go into deep loss than waiting for it to come back into profits? Do you have a scalping personality? There are three types of personality in the financial markets. Okay, we have the aggressive personality, we have the conservative personality, and we have the conservative. Okay, it's a combination of being aggressive and conservative. Now, those that can scalp have the aggressive personality and the conservative personality. You must be quick to make decisions. Okay, because remember, you are dealing with lower time frames. You are dealing with lower time frames. You must be quick to make trading decisions before that trade leaves you and start moving. Conservative, you must be able to make decisions quick, but thinking it through. Do you have that type of personality? And that is what a scalping personality really is about. Okay, that's what a scalping personality is about. You must be quick to make decisions and you must be able to think it through easily. Scalping is not for everybody. Okay, you must have that mindset to take risks, to process risk, You must have the time. Can you sit in front of your computer for an entire trading session? You need to have intense concentration. You can't take your eyes off the ball. It's just like a goalkeeper. If a goalkeeper is in front of the goalpost, he doesn't take his eyes off the ball. That same focus is what you need to have to become a scalper. And you must be able to pull the trigger real quick. Once you've decided you will buy, there's no need for you to think through. After you made that decision, you will buy. When you are at the buy or sell button, just hit it. That is one of the major qualities that brings the right personality, or that states the personality of a scalper. Okay, that is one of the personality that gives us an idea of who a scalper is. They are easy to pull the trigger. They know how to do these things. They are very, very reactive. They react to what the market wants to do, and that's the scalping personality. Now, the question you will be asking yourself right now is, do you have this personality? Do you have this personality to scalp? Now, even if you are conservative, you can scalp. I have seen scalpers turn their scalp trade to a long-term day trade. I've seen scalpers turn a scalp position to a swing position because of they understand these few things I will be teaching you. Okay? We've been able to cover what is scalping when it comes to the financial markets in trading. We've been able to cover a scalping personality. And before I proceed to how to set up for scalping, the question is, do we all understand what has been discussed? Yes or no? Please respond in the chat box. If you don't understand anything I said, just reply no and state the area so I can explain again. I will gladly do that. I'm here for you. Okay? And also, if you're not on the Telegram channel, you're missing out on a lot. Okay? You're missing out on a lot of information I share. I'll drop the link right now, and okay, a minute, so we can all join. If you're not on the Telegram channel, I share my thoughts about the markets and all on the Telegram channel. It's something you want to be part of. Okay, Hezekiah, please let me know where exactly. Okay, scalping personality, or what's scalping trading? Okay, I said scalping is a form of day trading which requires you to skim profits from the financial markets. Okay, skim means go in and go out. When you go in to take profits, when you go out, you come out with profits. It's a form of trading short term. You are not interested in holding your trade for days or for a full day. You just want to go in and go out as multiple times as you can in a day and make money from all those times you go in and out. That's what scalping in trading means. Now, when I talk about the scalping personality, I'm saying the type of person you need to be to become a scalper. Okay, the type of person you need to be to become a scalper. Like I said, scalping is not for everybody. Okay, going in and out, reacting to the market quick, opening on the current trend, all those things are not for everybody. That's why you must have the right mindset for processing this risky act. Okay, I call it risky because everything we do is risky. Making money is risky, and only risk takers make money. Okay, I said scalpers, you need to not lose concentration. You need to be glued to your screen for a certain period of time during the day. You must be focused. You need intense concentration when scalping. And you must be ready to pull the trigger at all time when you get that opportunity for you in the financial markets. That is what I talked about, and I believe it should be very clear by now. So do we understand now? Yes or no? Do we understand now? Yes or no? Okay, great, great. Daniel, what about you? Please, I'd like to get a response. Great. Now, How to set up for scalping? It's very easy to set up for scalping. Okay, it's very easy to set up for scalping. Now, the first thing you need to do is you need to have money in your trading accounts. That's the first thing. That is why we at Eagle Global Markets, we've made it easy that our clients can start trading with as low as 10,000 naira. Okay, so if you've not funded your account and you want to be a scalper, fund your account, because everything I'll be teaching in this webinar, if you do it according to how I say, you should be moving towards your financial goals. Okay, you already have a broker, which is Global Markets. The first thing for you to do is to fund it. Fund your trading account. That's a step to greatness. That's a step to getting started in the financial market. Now, the second thing is, after you fund your account, you need to decide, do you want to trade in dollars or in naira? Okay. After that, you need to determine which markets do you want to scalp. Now, I will talk about which markets you want to scalp. Okay, I'll talk about which of the markets you should scalp, and I'll talk about which one you shouldn't scalp, and which time of the day you should scalp, which time of the day you shouldn't scalp. All this I will teach you so you actually have a mindset of how price will move. Okay, now after that, you must have an idea of how you want to execute your trade. You must have an idea of where you want to buy and where you want to sell. Now, for scalpers, it is we call it guaranteed idea of trade opening. Okay, you must have the idea is already there. This is how you open your trade. This is how you will do it. Okay, now you must choose your time frame. Okay, now I'll tell you a logic which scalpers use to lose money, and I'll tell you how not to follow that same logic so you don't lose money. Okay, I'll tell you the logic. It's very, very easy. Now, the logic is simple. Pay close attention. Scalpers believe they need to focus on the lower time frame. Yes, very, very true. But they are doing it the wrong way. How are they doing it the wrong way? Scalpers can't just focus on lower time frame alone. You need to have the idea of the higher time frame perspective. What are those big time frames saying? Time frames like the daily and the 4 hour. That's what I recommend for scalpers as their own higher time frame. Then 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5 minutes for entry and your trade idea build up. Okay, that is one mistake they made. Yesterday, if you can remember, we talked about something, just a random conversation where Christian asked about market structure and all, and I told him higher time frame premise is key. Once you know where price is going to on a higher time frame, okay, once you know where price is going to, it will be easy for you to scalp. All you need to do is just place trades in that direction. Okay, all you need to do is place trades in that direction. You know price is going up. Do you want to sell? No, you want to buy. You know price is going down. Do you want to buy? No, you want to sell. That's simply what it is. And I'll teach you how to do it on this webinar. Now, those are just the major four. I talked about five. Okay, those are the major five things you need to know. Like getting started or prepare to scalp. You need to have a platform you're using to trade, which is Eagle Global Markets, and you have to get it funded. That's why I said with Eagle Global Markets, you can trade with as minimum or as low as 10,000 naira. You can trade with as low as 10,000 naira, and you can decide which platform you want to use. Do you want to use the dollar platform or the naira platform? You must want to trade very volatile and liquid markets so as for you to be able to hit your targets and meet volume for the day. You must have an idea of where you want to execute. It must be guaranteed. And you must choose the right time frame you want to trade along with. Okay? Those are just the major things. Those are just the major things you need to know when you want to set up for scalping. Okay? Major things you need to know when you want to set up for scalping. Now, preparing to scalp. Preparing to scalp is easy. Okay, preparing to scalp is like, okay, I'm getting ready to scalp. Like I said, the first thing you need to know is to have an idea of price direction. Okay? Have an idea of price direction. We call it daily directional bias. Okay? Daily directional bias. DDB. Daily directional bias. You need to know where price is going to in that day. Okay? DDB for you to be able to trade. Now, I'll teach you this logic. It works 70 to 80% of the time if you do it the right way. Okay? If you do it the right way, I'll teach you a logic. It works 70 to 80% of the time if you do it the right way. Now, like I said, DDB, daily directional bias. You need to have an idea of the daily directional bias or directional bias of price. The second thing you need to do is to understand your trading chart. Okay, to understand your trading chart. Now that you've known directional bias, understand what is popping up on your trading chart. Understand, is this the right time for me to buy? Is this the right time for me to sell? Or is this the right time for me to place a trade in that direction of the daily directional bias? Do you understand? Please, if you understand what I talked about when it comes to how to set up for scalping and preparing to scalp, please drop a yes in the chat box. And if you don't, drop a no. I'll go back again. Okay? Now, preparing to scalp, like I said, is very, very easy. First thing, you need to get an idea of daily directional bias or directional bias. Where is price going to? Where is price going to? Is it going? I want to buy. Is it going down? I want to sell. That is it. Very simple. And I'll teach you a tool I use to know it every single day. Okay? And then you need to have an idea of what the chart is telling you or what your chart is telling you. Is this the right time to buy? Is this the right time to sell? Fine. You might know the directional bias. You might know where price is going to, but you might also enter at the wrong point. I remember, as a scalper, you don't want to incur much loss. You want to just incur small loss at least. Okay, Tolu, please state where you are actually finding it difficult. I will gladly go by it again and state out for you. Which one exactly? Is it how to set up for scalping, or which of them? Which of them? Please let me know. Please let me know. Or preparing to scalp. Okay, please do well to type that in fast. Thank you. Still waiting for your response, Tolu. Please type that in fast. Okay. So I believe I just take it from oh, okay, no problem at all. The replay will always be available on our YouTube channel. I can personally send you the link to the replay to watch it again. You would gladly, or you would understand it once you watch the replay. You would understand it once you watch the replay, okay? You would understand it once you watch the replay. Now, back to what I was saying, which is preparing to scalp. I said first thing is you need to understand daily directional bias or the directional bias of price. The second thing is you need to understand is what your chart is saying at that current time. Now, because of price said is going to go down, or you've seen that price go down, doesn't mean you just sell immediately. You need to wait. You need to see a reason to sell. Okay? Because price is going up, you don't just buy. You need to see a reason to buy. And if your reason is not met, if your reason is not met, there is no need for you to force that trade. There's no need for you to force that trade. Okay? There's zero need for you to force that trade. Am I making sense? Yes or no? Do you understand everything we've been talking about, from scalping in trading, scalping personality, how to set up for scalping, preparing to scalp? If you understand these things I said, please drop a yes in the chat box. If you don't, drop a no. Okay? And to the new guys that joined, there's no need to respond to it. Okay? The replay will be available for you after the call. I'd like to get a lot of response actually. I'd like to get a lot of response. Let's do what to respond to it. Thank you. Okay, let's do what to respond to it. I'd like to get a lot of response. Okay, okay. Now, a scalping trading system. I believe we all have our pen, paper, or possibly our pen and a notepad in front of us. So I'll be teaching you how to scalp. Okay, the scalping trading system. Now, I want to load my MT4 to. I want to load my MT4 to show you guys how to do it. Okay, I'll be using MT4 today, not the other one I used to use. So a minute, my MT4 is loading. Okay, sharing my screen right now. So I believe we can all see my screen. Can you see my screen? Yes or no? Please let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, great. Let me just reset this chart. Yes. Now a scalping trading system. Okay, scalping trading system. Now take notes. Take notes. Please take notes. What you want to major on is the daily time frame and the 15 minutes time frame for scalping. Okay, the daily time frame and the 15 minutes time frame. The daily time frame and the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, the daily time frame and the 15 minutes time frame. Now we'll use ERUSD as a case study. Okay, and I want to put something on my screen. Properties. I just want to turn on my period separator, so I'll just turn it on. Okay, so what the period separator does is it shows me new days. Okay, new day on the chart, a new day. If I go to the 15 minutes time frame, I'll see the beginning of today. I'll see the beginning of today and where price currently at today. So it just shows me a new day. Okay, a new day on the chart. Now back to the daily time frame. I'll be adding two tools. Okay, two tools, two tools, which is the exponential moving average 18 and exponential moving average 9. Okay, so I'll just come to insert and I'll put in the indicators, go to trend, moving average 200, sorry, 18, exponential moving average color red, nine moving average exponential color blue. Okay, 18 and 9 moving average on the charts. Now I'll put all of this inside a box. Let's talk about this one first. Everything you see inside this box, that's what we'll talk about, but it will be very, very small to identify on 15 minutes time frame, but I'll show you the price action. So we know the box started from this day. So let's just put a horizontal line there. Sorry, a vertical line. Let's make it very, very thick so we can spot it easily. Okay, there. And okay, great. Trying to okay. Going back to the daily time frame, I want to remove that box. I want to remove the box. Okay, great. I'm going to check the chat box right now to see. There's a lot of I'm on stage. Can you hear me, Debbie? I'm on stage actually. So we are looking from this crossover. You can see this is where it crossed and started going up. This is where it crossed and started. So I want to focus on this up move. Now, I explained what I was saying now. I explained it during the day we had a Saturday class, and I'll be explaining it again. Now, I said for price to trade higher, okay, it has to trade lower first before going higher. Now, I'll prove it to you. At your end, I want you to look at every bullish candle, every green candle. You see, it has a line below, it has a wick below. Okay, so for every day price had to buy, it had to come down small before going up. Okay, it had to come down small before going up. It had to come down small, even if it is very, very little, it had to come down very, very little. Now, this is 2 months right here. 2 months. We're looking at 2 months. Now, let's do something very, very manual. Let's count how many green candles we have. So we have one. Let's count after the cross. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, we have 23 green candles. Okay, now 23 green candles. Okay, let me write that down. 23 GC green candles. Let's count how many red candles we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, 20 red candles. Now, for these 2 months, if you were bullish, okay, if you were bullish all this month, this month and this month, you were buying, okay, there is a tendency or a high percentage that you would have made money 23 times, or for good 23 days you would have made money. It's a high percentage. I'll show you how, and I'll tell you why. Remember, you are a scalper, and the rule is fine. It's called day trading, it's called scalping, but because of it's called scalping and day trading doesn't mean you need to trade every day. Okay, because of it's called scalping and day trading doesn't mean you need to trade every single day. Okay, there are days you will not see what you are looking for. Okay, there are days you would see what you are looking for and you still you are likely to lose money or little money, and there are days you will see what you are looking for, you make a lot of money. Okay, as a scalper. Now we'll go back to this area, right, and I'll show you how it works. Remember, we said the daily and the 15 minutes. This is the daily time frame here. Now we're going to the 15 minutes time frame. And I said before price goes bullish for a day, remember, it has to go bearish before going bullish. Before price goes bearish for a day, it has to go bullish before bearish. Okay, now let's look at this candle. I will just put a box here. to mark out the low of that candle. Okay, I'll put a box there to mark out the low of that candle, just for reference purposes. Okay, just for reference purposes. Now let's go down to 15 minutes time frame. Let's go and look for that my small box. Okay, yes. Okay, now see that my small box here. I said we have a bullish day, right? Now, oh, I think, okay, okay. Now, this was a bullish day, but what happened? Look at what happened. Price came down first before going up. What I would have done was simply, now scalping, what I would have done was this. I would have just, okay, I can delete this now. I can delete that box now because I've seen that area right there. I'll have just put a line like this there, because that's the opening price of that day. I'd have just put a line like this there. And immediately price like came back into that line. Remember, price will move away from somewhere into that line. I'll just put another line below where price moved away from. Now, immediately price came into this line for that open of that day, and price was coming back down. I will just buy right here, like somewhere around here. When I just noticed price coming down, I'll just buy here. And look at what would have happened if I had bought. Remember, I'm setting for only 30 pips. I would have made 30 pips somewhere around here. Now, imagine if I waited for all the move. That's 70 pips. That's even more than a scalp. Do you understand the logic? Now, if you are somebody that you are scared of buying when price is going down, all you need to do is just set a buy limit order. Sorry, a buy stop order here. All you need to just set buy stop order here. At that high right there. All you could have done was just set a buy stop order at that high right there. Now, if you had set a buy stop order, it would have triggered you into this trade. You'd have entered here and you would have made 40 plus pips. It's very easy, like very, very easy. Now, I'll show you another example again. This is another buy day candle here. I showed you this candle on the daily time frame too. This is where price opened at. All I'm waiting for is for price to go down before coming back up. So what would I have done? Knowing that this was where price opened at, once I saw price was going down and price had already gone down to a certain level, I'll just place a buy stop order right here. Right there. If I place a buy stop order, I'll get activated into the trade and 20 pips for me or 29 pips for me. That's more than a scalp. That's more than a scalp. I'll show you another one again. Let's go to the daily time frame now. Now remember, you don't want to trade every day. You don't want to trade every day. Okay? You don't want to trade every day. You just want to trade during certain days. Okay. I'll tell you those days too, and I'll tell you when you should look for those trades. Let's look at this candle right here. This one. This one here. And this one here. These two bullish candles. I'm just showing you this insight so you see how it works. Like it works. It works. There is no doubt it works. You just need to put in the work and see how it works. Okay. Okay. So this is another day right here. Now, okay, trying to mark this out. Oh, very, very sorry about that. Very, very sorry. It was the internet. It was the internet. So where did I stop? Where did I stop explaining? So where did I stop when I was explaining? Where did I stop exactly when I was explaining? Okay, when to go in on the chart, right? Brilliant. Like, was I talking about the moving average cross, or when it trades down and you set a buy stop? Which of them? Okay, buy stop. Brilliant. Thank you very much. So I said, remember that if price is going to go up in a day, it has to go down first. So once you know where price opened from, you need to wait for price to go down. Okay, when it goes down, you just place your buy stop order. Your buy stop order. You place your buy stop order at where price went down, and if price goes up, it activates and you make 30 pips. Just 30 pips every single day. 30 pips every single day consistently. Okay, 30 pips every single day. And I said also, if you are scared of placing a buy stop order, you can wait for the moving averages to cross and show you that it's going up. Then you place your buy trade. See it right here. You place your buy trade. See it right here also. Cross, place your buy trade. Cross, you place your buy trade. It's simple, it's easy, it happens every day. Not every day, okay? Not every day, but it happens 80% of the time. Now imagine you have this type of approach to scalp and it works 80% of the time, and you are risking 2% of your trading account. In a year, okay, in a year, you can do 100x on your trading account. That means your initial balance times 100. You can do that. You can simply do that on your trading account if you do it consistently. So all you'll be doing is just, after this webinar, watch the replay again. Watch the replay and see this thing happen every time. Then start applying it. Look at them happen. Go back to previous price action. See it happen all the time. Now let's go to, do we understand before I proceed actually? Do we understand before I proceed? Or did I skip anything at all? I'd like to get more response, not just one person. I'd like to get more response, not just one person. Okay. Do we understand? If you don't understand, don't be shy to say no. Say it. I would explain again. That's why I'm here for you. Okay, that's why I'm here for you. I would explain again over and over till you understand. Okay. Linda, I will break it down again. I'll break it down like 5, okay? I'll break it down like 5. Now, for the sake of Linda, let's go back to the daily time frame. So I said, for us to scalp, we need to know the direction on the daily time frame. Now, how do I know the direction? I used to use a moving average. What are those moving average? Exponential moving average 18 and exponential moving average 9. Okay. And I said, once they cross up, I'll be looking for buying opportunities. Once they cross down, I'll be looking for selling opportunities. That's what I always do every single time. Okay. That was how I was able to know that ERUSD would buy yesterday. I gave the buy call on the Telegram group. It's bought. That was how I know gold would buy yesterday. That was how I know all of these things that happened yesterday. Now, I'm in ERUSD short right now because of this same thing I'm teaching you guys. Okay. Now, I said when I add the 18 moving average and the 9 moving average, I want to see them cross. Now, look at this area, Linda. We've had cross already, right? That cross up. Okay, that's crossed up. And I'm looking for what? Buying opportunities once that's crossed. So I'm not looking for buying opportunities on the daily time frame. The daily time frame is too big. Okay. Now the idea is we are using is I don't have big money. I just want to trade with small money. And I want to trade and make money every single day. Okay. Now I'll just go to the 15 minutes time frame. I'll now go and look for where I put my line that, okay, this thing's crossed, which is here. Now, the logic is, or the idea is, for a bullish day, okay, for a bullish day, I will talk about it also, okay, for a bullish day, exactly, you place a buy stop at price open when price has gone down. Do you get? I will explain it right now. Now, the idea or the logic is, during a bullish day, okay, during a bullish day, a buy day, price has to come down first before going up. Now, it doesn't happen like this every day, but 80% of the time, this is how it happens. Price has to create low of the day. That is the weak lower of the day before creating the high of the day, okay, on a buy day. Now, this is the low of the day. Price coming down from its initial opening price, coming down is the low of the day. Now, once price has created the low of the day, you place a buy limit order at the opening price of the day. So the opening price of the day is, I'm trying to get it on my screen. The opening price of the day is this right here, 1.18907. If you place a buy stop order, buy stop, not buy limit. I said when I was using limit, it was a mistake. Buy stop order, yeah. Once price goes up, it will activate it. And look at what happened. You had zero drawdown. Like your price didn't stay in a loss. It just went up, and look at what you would have made. You have made 30 pips, just approximately 30 pips. You are done scalping for that day. You just need to understand, is it a buy day or a sell day? If it is a buy day, this is the simple thing you do. If it is a sell day, I'll show you what you do. Just the opposite of this. Now, the second day again, you know that you already, as a trader, you already know it's a buy day because of the moving averages has crossed up on the what? Daily time frame. Okay? So, all you are doing is you wait for price to come down. Once it has gone 30 pips or more, okay, 30 pips or more, I can prove it to you. See it. It goes down 30 pips or more, 25 to 30 pips. That's it. Look at this week made it what? 30 pips. This week made it 30 pips right there. 30 pips down. It is ready to go up. So what you do is you place your buy limit right here. Sorry, your buy stop. You place your buy stop at the opening price of the day, and look at what happens. Price went up close to 50 pips. You made 50 pips that day. If you can replicate this same thing over and over every single day, I tell you for real, you do 100x on your trading account in 1 year. You can even do 100x in 1 month if you stay glued to your screen. Like, okay, the determination is you want to put your 9 to 5. This is what I want to do for 1 month. Every single day when I go to work, I will not concern. But no, you don't need to do that at all. You just need to start small, okay? You just need to start small. Look at this also, the same thing. It's a buy day. Price went lower, 20 pips, approximately 20 pips. Then look at what happened. Price started going up. And what? You place your buy stop, you activate, you get 30 pips and you're out of the market. 30 pips consistently a day would save you from a whole lot of bills, okay? A whole lot of bills. Look at this right here also. Price goes down 30 pips, exactly 30 pips down. Look at what happened. Your buy stop order activates, you make 80 pips off it. Now, I said if you are scared of placing buy stop orders, you can use the moving averages cross, okay? The moving averages cross will even give you better entries. Like, see when it crossed here, you would have gone aggressive on this candle. You would have entered on this candle. Entering on that candle will give you like 40 pips instead of 30 pips, approximately 40 pips. Entering on that candle would have given you more than this 40 pips here. Would have given like 50 or 60 pips, approximately 60 pips. So I said, if you can place a buy limit, a buy stop, okay, a buy stop, you can place a what? A market execution. Do it yourself at the moving average cross. Look at it right there. You get 35 pips instead of 30. Like, you could do it every single day. Now, the logic is not to do it every day, okay? The logic is just to know that any day you want to trade, this is what you are looking for. And if you don't see it, you will not trade. That's why you have varieties of financial instruments, but I only use it on ERUSD, GBPUSD, and AUDUSD. I don't do it on anything else. I only use it on those because I've not tried it on the rest, but I believe it will work on them. Okay, well, those are what I use it on. Moving average is just moving average exponential moving average. It's not an indicator. The line, the blue and red line on my chart is an exponential moving average, and I said it is 18 and 19. So Linda, do you understand now? Linda, do you understand now? Please, yes or no? Yes or no? Do you understand now? Oh, has she left? Okay, still here. Brilliant. Now, Ezekiel, yes, once it goes down after the opening price of the day, you buy. Okay, you place your buy stop or you buy aggressively. Brilliant, brilliant. Now, please and please remember all the criteria we talked about before we start buying. We said the first thing is on the daily time frame, that moving average must have crossed majorly to the upside. Okay, majorly to the upside. It must have crossed majorly to the upside. Then on the 15 minutes time frame, for you to buy, it has to go and form low of the day. It has to trade lower before trading higher. Okay, it has to form low of the day. It has to trade lower before trading higher. That's the whole idea behind this concept. Mary, have you got any question at all? Have you got any question? Please ask if you got any question before we go to the sell scenario. Now I'll show you the sell scenario in real time happening right now. Okay, show you the sell scenario happening right now. Now this is the sell scenario, like you can see in real time, so we can just capitalize on everything here. I'll show you. Now let's count how many sell candle we have. We had one, the one that happened during that cross, so we'll not consider it, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, plus this day candle making it 6. How many bullish candle do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 6 bullish candle and 6 bearish candle. But just from looking at it, I believe you agree with me that the bearish candles have more momentum. That means moved a massive number of pips than the bullish candle. Do you all agree with me on that? Like just from looking at it, the bearish candles moved a huge number of pips than the bullish candle. Do you all agree? Yes or no? Do you all agree to that? Please drop your question in the question section. There will be time for questions also, but drop it under the questions so I can be able to revert back to it when I'm done. Okay, now that everybody agrees, I'm happy. Now let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. How would you have capitalized on all these moves? Okay, even on these days, these bullish candle days, you would have made profits except this day, except this one right here. You would have made profit except this one. You'd have made profit. Okay, you might not have made profit from this one, but you'd have made profit from this, and possibly this and this. But I'll show you. Let's go down to the 15 minutes time frame now. Okay. Now, trying to find out where that line is. Okay, so this is it right here. Now, I will try to go and pinpoint the opening price. Okay, I think let's just delete this. Let's move this a bit to the back. Okay, so the opening price is here. This is the opening price. Now look at the opening price right there. Price went up, just the opposite of what we did. Price went up by 30 pips exactly, and price came down by what? 70 pips. Where would you have entered? You would have placed your sell stop. Remember now, it's sell stop order here, or you'd have entered at the moving average cross to the downside. Anyone you felt was comfortable for you. If you enter at the sell stop, you'd have made 70 pips. If you entered at the moving average cross, you'd have made 90 pips. Anyone that works for you, you would have made money that day. Okay, Karachi, I'll respond to Kelechi. Can you help respond to Karachi on Telegram? Thank you. Or I'll respond to you after the webinar on Telegram. I'll show you after the webinar also. Okay, I'll show you after the webinar. That's why I said. That's why I said. It works 80%, 80 to 70% of the time. You won't make money every time, but it's a tendency to work. So if you do the right way, it will work. Okay, but I'm coming. Let's end the whole explanation of the trading system. Now, on this day, you would have lost money because this is the just from this day, price will not even sell safe because this is the opening price. Price did not move 30 pips to the upside. Look at it. Price did not move 30 pips, just moved 10 pips. Would you want to trade that? But look at this. This was literally 20 pips. This was literally 20 pips right there. So you would have known this was not going to be a sell day. This should have been a buy day. And if you had expertise, or if you have expertise in the financial market, you would have capitalized on this buy day and made like 20 pips. Now, let's talk about this day right here. Okay, this day. Now, this day is called the slow day. This type of days are called the slow day. Okay, they are called the slow days. Now, there's something about the slow days. The slow days tend to occur on the next day. Now, let's just drag this into this new day right here. Now, this is where I said scalp trades now turn to swing trades. Okay, scalp trade turns to trade that enters the next day trade, next trading day, or swing trade. Now, look at this right here. You would have been discouraged at first that price didn't trade. Sorry, let me get that on point properly. You'd have been discouraged that price didn't trade 30 pips up and it just came down. But from this, you'd see that price didn't trade lower majorly. And you notice price went up to trade 30 pips, exactly 30 pips, exactly 30 pips. Now, you would have placed your what's it called? Your sell stop. Yeah, it would have activated, you will be in profit. But look at what happened. You now start ranging in a loss because of your stop loss will be above this high. Okay, your stop loss will be above this high. So your stop loss will not get hit. Your stop loss will not get hit. Okay, your stop loss won't get hit, but you'll be in ranging loss, but little loss though, like $1 or $2 if you are using a small lot size. Then now look at what happens the next day. You went as much as 120 pips in profit. The question is, would you have been comfortable holding $1 loss? The answer is no, because you feel $1 is too much. That's 500 naira. You don't want to lose 500 naira. But if I had told you that hold your trade, you use it to make $120, would you have agreed to what I said? The answer is yes, you would have, because of what? That is an expert advice. I advised you to do it and you did it, you made money. But let's just say I was not advising you or anything. You might have entered, okay, let's say you didn't enter the sell stop order. You entered here at the moving average cross. You would have made 25 pips. If I told you to leave at that 25 pips, you wouldn't have left because you feel there is more to deliver. Okay, so there are days like that you just have to carry your scalp trade into the next day. Once you understand that the daily directional bias is bearish. Okay, once you understand that the daily directional bias is bearish. Let's go again. Let's look at this day. These are one of those days you will miss a trade. Okay, these are one of those days you will miss a trade. Like this one right here, we are focusing on this area. Price did not move your 30 pips, but it still delivered. These are days just moved 15 pips, but it still delivered to the downside. 100 pips, 100 sweet pips. These are days you miss trades, like you miss trades because of you were scared to take the risk. This is where you need to start adjusting your mindset on being aggressive if you were conservative for that 30 pips. Okay, now this is another day right here again. Like I'll just show you these things This is a Monday. This is a Monday, right? Yeah, I believe it's a Monday because I'm seeing a Sunday candle right there. So this is a Monday. Look at this day right here. It's moved 20 pips to the upside. It didn't go your 30 pips to the upside, but look at what happened. It got tagged in and you went 60 pips down to the downside. That's 2x if you had entered that trade. This is a day you would have lost money. Okay. This is a day you would have missed out on a trade. This is a day you would have missed out on a trade. This is a day you would have missed out on a trade or you'd have lost money because this would have been the opening price. It wouldn't have gone your 30 pips, so you'd have missed out on that trade. You'd have missed out on that trade, yeah. But you'd have missed out. Would you have missed out on a trade? Yeah. Let's see. Remember, it's a sell day. You want to see price trade higher 30 pips before selling. Okay. So let's see. Any sell move is just a fake for you because this is a Monday right here. Yesterday, they went 14 pips and delivered 30 pips, exactly 30 pips, approximately. Now, this is today. Let me tell you how I got into today's trade. Now, I just taught you the rudiments of this approach, okay? How did I get into today's trade? I'll show you how. That was the price right there. I was not waiting for 30 pips anymore because I understand 30 pips doesn't happen every day. Based on my own levels of expertise, what I waited for was to take out the high, one of those yesterday high, which was this high. Now it's a logic I learned over time. Okay, it's no need for you to know it, but I just needed for you to take out these clean highs yesterday, and I did not enter at that high. I won't lie, I didn't enter here. This is where I got my entry at. What I did was I now used the Fibonacci to get my entry at 61.8, like I taught you guys, and currently now I'm in floating profit of 26 pips. If you can make 20 pips daily regularly, you are made for life. These things occur every single day on the charts, and that's it on the strategy. Okay, that's it on the trading system. I'll give an expert advice. I just explained the trading system. Let me share my slide back. Okay, so of everything I said, do we all understand? Do we all understand? I give expert advice always on the Telegram channel. If you're not on the Telegram channel, you're missing out. If you're not on the Telegram channel, you're missing. So do we understand what was explained? The strategy, how I do it, how 30 pips can come to you easily every day. You don't need to learn all those big things on the charts, okay? You don't need to learn all those BMS. Fine, you need to have an idea of them, but you don't need to know them, okay? You just need to have a brief understanding of them and see it work over and over again. That's the link to the Telegram channel. Join. Yes, there's a reason for saying it's at your own risk. It's for educational purposes. If you take a loss on a trade I share on Telegram group, you blame me. You won't blame yourself for not risking appropriately. Okay? But if I put the fear of it's not a financial advice, do not take it. I know people that even if I write it's not a financial advice on the Telegram channel, they will take the trade and they'll send me screenshots. They made money, and I'll just laugh. Like, I let them know you are responsible. You are responsible for any trade you place. I'm on Telegram. Just join the channel. You'll see EGM trader there. That's me. Okay, so you just message on the Telegram channel. I won't message you first. Just know that you'd have to message me. Okay, so that's just it. So first off, do we understand everything that was discussed? Before I go to question, I'll post the YouTube link on the Telegram channel. Okay, on the Telegram channel, YouTube channel, the YouTube link to this video, I'll post it on the Telegram channel. You won't miss it at all. It's going to be bold there written YouTube link. Now that we've talked about the scalping system, the scalping trading system, okay, the scalp trading system or scalping trading system, when to scalp and when not to scalp. I basically wrote this out to read it out for you guys, and this is it. During the Asian session, okay, during the Asian session, understand that the spread will be wide, okay, because of it is only the Asian session that is running. And when the spread is wide, you will not be able to scalp properly. If you want to scalp any financial instrument during the Asian session, the financial instrument that should be of first thought to you is AUD pairs, NZD pairs, and JPY pairs. Leave the majors out of it, okay? Leave the majors. Just AUD pairs, NZD pairs, and JPY pairs. Those are the pairs that should be important to you during the Asian session if you want to scalp. During the London session, if you want to scalp, EUR pairs and GBP pairs should be the first thought that comes to your head if you want to scalp during the London session. During the New York session, all major pairs, that's all USD based pair, okay, should be the first thing that pops up in your mind if you want to trade or scalp the New York session. Don't scalp a financial instrument that is not for that trading session during a certain trading session. You end up losing money, okay? You end up losing money. You end up losing money, and that's just a simple truth. So that brings us to the end of today's webinar. But before we go, do you understand the concept of scalping now? Like how to scalp trade responsibly with good risk, 30 pips, that's your take profit, how to do it. Okay, on a sell day, right? You don't understand what to do on a sell day. Okay, now you know that we said on a buy day, price has to sell first before buying. I'll share my screen again. I'm still open to questions. Start dropping your questions, okay? I'll respond to the questions in a few minutes. Okay, I'm not ending the webinar. Now, remember let's just go to a buy day real quick. Remember, oh wow, I have to go back, a whole lot of back. Okay, yeah, brilliant. Remember on a buy day, we said low of the day, price must trade down to form low of the day before we buy. Okay, so just the opposite of a buy day is what is for a sell day. For a sell day, we said price must trade higher first before coming down. Okay, price must trade higher first before coming down. Price must trade higher first before coming down. So it's just word and opposite. It's just word and opposite. Do you understand now? Okay, I'm typing it out right now. So I said Asian session. I'm dropping it in the chat box. Asian session. You want to trade AUD based pair, NZD based pair, and JPY based pair. I said for London session, you want to trade ER based pair and GBP pairs. Okay. Then for New York session, you want to trade major pairs. These are the USD based pair. Okay. So that's it on when to trade and when not to trade. Okay, when to scalp and when not to scalp. Because why am I saying this pairs? Okay, you might be wondering why. These pairs during those sessions, they move a lot. They move a lot. They move a lot. Okay, that's why I said so. So going to the question section now, I want to start answering questions. What is the name of the indicator? It's called moving average. Moving average exponential. I believe Kelechi would have helped you on that. Like I said, I only use it on ERUSD, GBP USD, gold. Those are the three things I use it on, but it works on all markets. That is why I give the sessions to use them in. Okay. How do I know for sure if it's to buy or sell? Remember, on the daily time frame, we have a directional bias that it is going to buy. So how do we filter the noise if it is going to be in profit or in loss? We go to the 15 minutes time frame. If price doesn't move 20 to 30 pips against that direction we want to trade, we are not taking that trade that day. So if it is a buy day, it must move 20 to 30 pips down before we buy. Okay? If it is a sell day, it must move 20 to 30 pips up before we sell. I hope you understand now, Ezekiel. Olusonya, I will surely put the YouTube link in the Telegram channel. When to scalp and when not to scalp, I said it was just based on sessions, okay? Yes, on major news day, please avoid using this trading system. Please don't use it. Now, it works, okay? I'll prove it to you that it works. During NFP, those on the Telegram channel remember, during NFP, the private session that we had where I called NFP, I used this concept also to call NFP sell that day, okay? During FOMC, I used this same method to call FOMC, and you will agree with me once I share my screen now that this method worked during FOMCs. I'll show you proofs that it works during. So, but the best advice is because it worked. Like I said, I could get lucky that day that it worked. Okay, I could get very, very lucky that it worked that day. So just avoid it during major news. Okay, this was FOMC right here. It worked. See, it's traded higher, but it's worked based on what happened the previous day, not even what happened that day. Because if it was what happened that day, you would have missed that trade. This was the opening price here. Okay, you would have missed the trade because you didn't go 20 to 30 pips against us. You would have missed this trade. I'll show you on GBP USD also. FOMC. This was FOMCD right here. Okay, let's go back on 15 minutes time frame and see. It worked during FOMCD. I'll show you. See. Let me just turn on period separator and you will see it clearly. So see right here, this was FOMCD, okay? Trying to see right here, FOMCD. This was it right here. So let me show it to you guys. Let me show you guys. See, this was the low of the day. Or that was the opening price. Sorry, not the low of the day. Opening price, okay? Because on the daily time frame, we would have known it was a sell. I'll show you that it was a sell on the daily time frame also. Daily time frame. Let's add the moving averages we like to use. Let's add the moving averages. Like I said, 18 and 9 moving average. Okay, 18 and 9. Insert indicators. Moving average. 18 color red. See right here. Okay, see right there, right there, right there. We already had that cross, that right there, and let me just mark out that cross, where that cross is. Okay, mark it out. Let's go to the 15 minutes time frame now. See, that cross was a day before FOMC. Okay, a day before FOMC, and even see a day before FOMC, it worked. Like it worked. That same concept worked. So avoid using it during news, okay? Because of it worked doesn't mean it will work always, okay? I might just be lucky during FOMC, during NFP. But do you really think it's luck? Well, it could be luck. So look at this. We went, I believe that's 30 pips. Yeah, 25 pips, approximately 30 pips. And look at what happened after. We went down. This was not FOMC. This was a day before FOMC. We went down 60 pips, okay, 70 pips approximately. Now look at the day for FOMC. We went up more than 30 pips. We went up 50 pips. This was like good stuff right here. Like going beyond more than 50 pips or 50 pips exactly. Okay, 54 pips. What I would have done was what I did on ERUSD today. I would have just placed a line at this high right here. Okay, at the first line that high, that's a stop purge right there. Stop hunt. right there. Knowing that that's a stop point, there's a little joke I used to crack, which is back up the brinks. I'll just go all in. Well, it's a joke. I'm only joking. I won't go all in. It's just a joke. Don't try to go all in. You end up losing money if you do so. So right here, okay, where was that day? Right here, okay. Right here, I would have gotten my entry here. Now, how would I have gotten my entry? I would have just placed the Fibonacci. Swing high to swing low. Trying to place it properly. Okay, right there, 50% fib level. So I'd have gotten my sell right there. I'd have sold that buy candle. And now let's just say I sold at that buy candle. Let's see how many pips I would have made. 140 pips. Now see how this scalp trade turned into a swing trade. Okay, see how it turned into a swing trade. Like if you are like now, the logic is once you know the daily directional bias, once you know the daily directional bias, you can turn your scalp trade into swing trades because the daily already told you it would sell. Okay, the daily already told you it would sell. So why close your trade? Fine, you can take partials. Okay, always take partials, but why close the trade when you know it will go down majorly? Now imagine from this point. Okay, it's just we are just imagining. Okay, from this point, this was 300 pips, and that was like good money. Okay, so stop share and you guys see how it worked during FOMC in news. Okay, when to trade for London session, I said ER and GBP. Those are the pairs to like trade scalp during London session. Okay, ER and GBP, not ER GBP, but EUR pairs and GBP pairs. Okay, that's what I talked about. So I'm open to question. I'm open to questions. I'm open to questions. I'm open to question. Any question at all? Any further question? If you'd like to share anything with the house, please let me know. Just say I in the chat box. I would unmute you. You will talk. You talk with everybody. You share your experience about trading, how well you've been doing, and all your growth process. If you'd like to talk and share your experience with other people, how do we know the major news? We use certain websites like forexfactory.com, forexfactory.com. Okay, we use such websites to find news or know the news, major news that will be coming out during a trading day. We use that. Okay. So I'm sending out a poll at poll. Um, I'm going to send out a poll. So I just sent out the poll right now. I'm sending out more. So I just sent out polls, okay, not just one, not just two. I sent out three. So please let's respond to them, okay. Let's respond to them. Thank you very much. So yes, like I said, if you like to share experience with me or with the house, I just sent Kelechi an invite to join me on stage. I just like calling Kelechi on here actually because he's always got something to share with everybody. And Ajus also likes to share with everybody the thought process, the mind behind trading and all. So Kelechi, I just sent you an invite. I believe Kelechi has responded to you. Okay, just send me a message privately. I would respond to it. Okay, I sent Kelechi an invite to join me on here. Like when you do these things consistently, regularly, every single time, like you just go to the charts, not even to trade, but to see it happen. You get familiar with it. You get familiar with it, and you understand what you should be looking for when trading. Like that's simply what it is. You understand what to do when trading. I think I shared some invite. Let's just invite to participate again. Um, yeah, I sent it again. I just sent it now. I noticed. Okay, waiting for Kilichi to join us. I'm resending again. I think it's your connection. I think it's your connection. Okay. Wow. So I think it's his connection, and well, maybe some other time. Maybe some other time. So before we go, please let's respond to the polls. I'd be glad if we could all respond to the polls. And if you're not a client of Eagle Global Markets, kindly go to access the Eagle Global Markets.com. Okay, access.eagleglobalmarkets.com and register an account with us to enjoy a lot of benefits. Okay, to get access to the financial markets and all. So yeah, this brings us to the end of today's webinar. Thank you for. Okay, there's a question. Um, would that be on PC or mobile? I'd like for you to reach out to your account manager actually to help you with that. Okay, please do reach out to your account manager to help you with that. I could personally send you a YouTube tutorial video that will show you how to log into your MT4 account. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining me on today's webinar. It's been a pleasure having you guys on here. And well, what can I say? Good luck and good trading.